Hello there guys, Tykes TV here with Luke. Thank you for joining. If you have got Steve with me, we're going to be talking a bit about the latest news from Oakwell, which was the takeover yesterday. But before we get into that, we're just going to have a recap on Brentford. 0-0 draw. The losing streak has come to an end, but not really how we wanted it to end, is it? We wanted to be getting a win, but then again, Brentford, decent side.
It's a good point away from home.
Yeah.
Clean sheet. Davis were a lot better, pulled a lovely save, good save off. Late on, low down. Didn't do out wrong, back four.
Pearson went off injured, didn't he?
Pearson went off injured. I thought he slotted him well, innit?
Yeah.
McCarthy was getting ball away a lot in first half.
Puts the Jason McCarthy song to shame then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it did. Into perspective, that song, because he get ball away about 4 times on trot.
Nah.
Simple passes.
We had some decent chances though. That free kick that we had, you know, that could have.
I thought last 20 minutes, like Barnes murdered him down this right hand side. Yeah. Like he put 3 rate balls in. 2 of them straight across 6 yarder over Bradshaw. The defender got there, obviously.
So that chance Bradshaw had were probably.
But other 2 went straight across. Goalie stood on his line. Wait, somebody coming in there's got a tap in.
That and a Bradshaw where he blazed it on the bar. I mean, you could say it were an easy chance, but defender did enough to put him off, didn't he? So, yeah, overall, I mean, we hadn't scored it like a game, but it looks as though it looked a lot better than it has done on it in recent games.
Yeah, clean sheet. And like I said, we look. Barnes looked dangerous. Yeah. Obviously, last 15, 20. And we're a bit more like we're looking on our side at the minute, which
it'll change,
always happens when you're down, when you're on a bit of a bad run. You'd like to think if you score 1, you might go on and get 2, 3, 4, and give somebody an hammering like. But we'll have to see. What
did you reckon to Moncur out on wing? Did you understand concept of that?
No,
really?
No. I don't think he can play out there. He don't work hard enough to start with. He don't work hard enough in front of full
too
back.
Bad, but it ain't his position, is it? I didn't understand why he got picked there and Hamill were on bench.
Well,
I don't think Hamill's been playing very well, like, but you still should be putting players
in the positions.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Well, this is why there's a few murmurings about Eki as such.
Yeah.
When he played Potts there, didn't he?
Did Potts play there for Blackpool though?
I think he has played there for Blackpool, but I don't think he's suited to playing there. If I'm honest.
He's not quick enough, is he?
For me, it's Barnes. For me, it should be Barnes and Hamill on wings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, another tough away game coming up though as well. Fulham. Probably best side I saw last season at Oakwell.
Them and Reading were good sides, like Reading expansive football.
And I didn't go to Fulham last season, but I watched it on telly. I managed to get it on somehow when you went last season, didn't you? Bit of a controversial penalty decision for their second goal were a beauty, but they were good in all areas at pitch. I thought Fulham. I know they've not been as good this season, but they'll still be up.
They're a bit inconsistent, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like
a bit like us in a way. I mean, but we're just being that minute consistent in not scoring goals.
Martin went back to Derby. They lost that Aluko to Reading. He's a good player.
Yeah, I thought he were a good player.
1 or 2 others like somebody on loan. Who was scoring for him? I can't remember his name. They're still a good side.
Yeah,
they're just a bit, like I say, a bit inconsistent.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, it'll be lovely to go down there and get some just before Christmas. I mean, it's going to be weird. Like I keep saying, weird going down there and then waking up next morning and it being Christmas Eve. It's
only like being at home. It's only like being at home Saturday and you're still working up day after. It don't make the difference.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean.
But it'd be nice if we can get. I'll take a point now there.
Yeah.
How else is a bonus? Like.
So would you bring Hamill back in?
Yeah.
Put Hamill back in?
Yeah, I would.
Would you stay 2 up front? Tiam and Bradshaw.
You know, my Takeover said we ought to try 3-5-2 like
3-5-2.
I don't think he's gonna. So
yeah.
He brings Hamill back, I reckon it'll be 4-5-1, won't it?
Probably so.
So he'll bring Moncur back into the middle.
Yeah. So Takeover then yesterday finally got announced that it's happened. It's all been done, signed, sealed. What's your take on Takeover? Are you glad it's happened or?
Brilliant news. Brilliant news for everybody concerned within club. Down front players, board, supporters, everybody. It's been going on a while.
It said in statement on site though that we appreciate patience, but it were always going to take a while to get finalised and stuff.
And it's come out at blue because I didn't think it would. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Well, that's why I've not really spoke about it on channel because I didn't think it'd go through. I thought it's too good to be true. Do you know what I mean? But you know, have you got any concerns or out like that regarding?
I think Crine's done his being diligent on it. He won't.
Yeah, I've said that.
I don't think he'd get it to anybody
who's not going to look after it properly.
He'll have already said to him it's a community club, supporter base, with supporters and that, heart and soul in community and that. There's no need to change this, that, and other.
Like,
i.e. we don't want what scenario what happened at Cardiff.
What, playing in blue at home?
And then
red at home, wasn't it? Yeah, red at home.
Red at home,
yeah. And obviously looking at other clubs like Blackburn, for instance, what happens with them with different owners who don't get.
Well, he's done his own. I mean, he owns a football club in France, doesn't he? He's got them into Champions League.
Yeah, that for first time as well in their history.
Other bloke owns a baseball club.
Yeah.
So
is there no reason to consider then that we should be, you know, looking at now, aiming a lot higher than what his original objectives are?
Well, we'll have to see what happens. Let's not.
Main focus, I think, it'll start for next season, won't it?
Well, it'll start in January.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I mean, because we do need some players.
We've got to stop in this league.
Yeah.
They ain't coming. First and foremost, the businessmen as well.
Yeah. That's the point, though, isn't it? Are they going to look at it as a business or as a football club?
Well,
because there's two sides to it, isn't there? There's two sides.
End of the day, they want to make money out of it as well. Look, let's not be fooled by that.
Of course they do.
They'll not want to go down into League One.
No.
So first and foremost, January transfer window.
Get some signings in, and
we've got to get some signings in. But we know this anyway before Takeover.
Yeah.
Because obviously some of these players ain't worked I
think Eki would have been looking at getting a couple of players in, but I think the difference might be Eki might have been, and the board beforehand might have been looking at it thinking, right, we need to get so and so from League One, League Two, who could help us in Championship. Now Eki might be able to look at it and think, well, actually, now we've got this money, we can go and get somebody who's not getting a game in Championship who could come to Barnsley for the rest of the season. Is there anybody particular who you'd like to come?
It depends if they're going to get money there and then. I'd like to think they are. Like I said, we don't want to be going down. But I said, even if we met these experienced signings from perch, they might not keep us up. You never know. Like,
well, it takes time to gel, doesn't it? It takes time to gel.
By hook or crook, we have got to stop up.
Yeah, and then sole focus for next season. I mean, there's a lot of people saying, oh, you know, Barnsley, they're expecting. I'm not expecting us to go splashing cash all over. I don't want to do it like that. I think the good thing about this is the fact that we can offer players that little bit extra wages.
Yeah.
Because there's teams like Burton, did you say on Saturday that Burton that are paying more wages than Barnsley? So we can compete then wages wise. We're not asking them to spend 10 million, 20 million on players, whatever stupid some teams pay in this league now. And it don't work. You look at Middlesbrough.
Pay a lot for transfer
look
anyway,
at Middlesbrough. Look at Middlesbrough. They're not.
I don't know, they're struggling at the minute.
You know, Gary Monk is under some pressure there. The amount of money that they've spent. Fletcher's not really doing it there. Would you take Fletch back? But he did it for us in League One, didn't he? But Championship, but he's not in all time, is he really?
It's going to be hard to get players, to be honest. You're going to have to, like, I mean,
you're going to have to show them a plan, aren't you?
I'm looking at Shackle not getting a game at Derby at minute.
Yeah.
On loan from January till end of season.
I bet that means then we're going to scrap that policy of, because he's in his 30s, isn't he?
I'm looking at Shackle for one, straight in at centre half, experienced in this league.
Yeah.
A bit of a leader. Well, he was a leader last time when he was captain and that.
I think he was captain.
I'm looking at him if Derby, if we can persuade Derby to let him come to us.
Yeah.
Obviously getting in, so they might.
I said Shackle. I've said Shackle.
And then there's players obviously in Premier League. I said to you, Jonathan Walters not getting a game at Stoke. Would he drop down?
No, he's not at Stoke now.
Oh no, did he go to West Brom?
I
can't remember where he went.
No, I know he's not at Stoke. I know he left, but
he ain't played wherever, is it?
You'd have Jonathan Walters. He's played for us before, hasn't he?
No, we were all a young lad. I'm just looking at just a few stopgaps from January to end of season. And then we go again in summer. When season finishes, we can... But because by hook or crook, like I keep harping on, we've got to stop up.
Oh yeah, well,
these have come in and took over, and will not want to be in League One.
Well, they'll probably, if they set a plan, I'm pretty sure they'll be looking at it thinking, I want this club in Premier League in next few years.
We don't know about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried just about this season, mate.
Yeah.
And who we can sign in January, because like I said, some clubs will be reluctant to let players go.
Yeah.
Premier League, well, and will they want to drop down for the relegation phase?
Well, it's like you said though, isn't it, that they'd have to be looking at getting somebody who is not getting in where they probably should be, and who's probably not as good anymore for the Premier League.
Benicofobia at Bournemouth. I don't think he's getting a game. I'm talking just on loans, loans right end of season here. I mean, Matty James at Leicester is injured at minute, but obviously, if he gets his send right, get him back.
Well, yeah, if he's willing to come,
to get him back match fit.
Yeah, he were all right, Matty James. I liked him.
Good player, good player. And you see there, obviously, if he's surplus to the requirements at Leicester, these are your players what you got to be looking to sign.
Yeah.
But we can't be paying
stupid
money.
No, we don't want to pay stupid money. I've said that. I don't want
to
be paying stupid money, but we need to be stepping up a little bit.
They need to be going to 10s and 12s and 15s. Yeah. But over that, then you're talking daft money, then, aren't you? Like.
But you never know, do you? I mean, he's a Chinese billionaire at the end of the day.
But it all depends on what they want to spend, doesn't it?
They might not have a problem with paying a God knows amount of wages, but obviously we don't want to be paying over odds for players just because they've got a bit of a reputation in this league. I mean, we need proven Championship players who can help us obviously sustain a status in league and maybe push on for next season. That's my view on it. But obviously it all depends on players. Who's willing to come to Barnsley, because I mean, regardless of how much money you've got as a club, you're still regarded as a small club, and you know.
Well, that'll be down to Eki and all trying to sell club to them and trying to attract them to the club.
Yeah,
that's it. That's one of the big things. Sometimes that's one of the main things.
Because you could, for instance, you could offer Urian a deal to come back, but he might look at it. No, I'm only using it as an example, but you could offer Urian a deal to come back, and we're a bit more wages, for example, but he'd still rather play at Villa because of the size at club.
I won't pay him 28 grand anyway. I don't think he's worth it. I don't think Roberts is at Birmingham.
Well,
no way. If I was paying 20 grand for Roberts, as I said, there's better centre halves out there than him. For 20, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, Shackle's better than him.
Yeah.
For the start off, and he won't want 20 grand.
No.
Well, my opinion, Shackle's better than him.
Yeah, definitely a lot more experienced. It's a funny one. I think more or less, get some more players in January and see where we go from there. But I mean, you've said before, haven't you, that these owners, they might, Eki, They might not wear him as much as what Grine has.
They might not. They might want their own man in.
That's what, yeah.
They might get Eki end of season and get rid of him and bring their own man in.
Yeah. I hope not, because I think if Eki has a decent budget, I think we could do well. Look at last season. Last season weren't a fluke.
It's like I've just said to you about attracting him to the club. Wages is alright, but you've got to still sell club to him as well.
Yeah.
And a bigger name manager might be able to, but you know, like if you make 1 or 2 good signings,
yeah,
people will start to look and think, oh,
yeah,
Barnsley.
Yeah. Yeah, they
and
might.
then it all snowballs then.
Yeah.
And then you might not need to sell. You might not need to sell club to them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, positive. I've said though as well is that in January I can't see us losing many players. Bar if man, they're saying that you had him now, maybe we can offer him a bit more money.
Where he's playing, I'm not worried if it goes like.
Well, I think a few have said that.
Man, like you don't become a bad player overnight. He's probably just going through. He's just probably
he
going
ain't
through.
Only one, is he?
He's
not only one.
I mean, if he turned around and said I want to stop, I'd keep him definitely. Yeah. Like I say, you don't become a bad player overnight.
I think it's down to he's playing with new players, isn't he? And a lot of this squad's new. Last season, you know, we had that togetherness. We had a great set of players, and you know, there weren't as much pressure on him like there is McDonald and stuff like that. Because
big step up for them.
Yeah, because they're the better players playing with, you know, you could say average players around them. So I'd like him to stay. Because last season he probably was player at season last year.
Oh,
for me, he had him. Yeah, I thought he were anyway. Who won it last season? Can't remember who won it last season.
Urian.
Right, Urian.
Even though he left in
January. Wow. I know.
Did he win it?
He won Summit.
Well, did Scowen win it?
It might have been Scowen or Derby. I can't remember who won player at year. I know Kent won young player at year. I mean, he's another. I'd have loved to seen him back this season. But you knew nailing Coffin were going to go with that one when we signed Isgrove. With Kent, I liked Kent, but I think in next couple of years he's going to go somewhere for some decent money in, because he were good. He didn't score that many goals, but his overall play and his skill were brilliant. Which is difference between, I think, him and Barnes. Barnes has got that quality to score goals, whereas Kent, you know, on wing, he were always exciting. Do you know what I mean? So have you got any? I mean, do you think that these players now who we've got might be a little bit worried that they're not going to be here much longer now that we've got a bit extra money to spend?
It might make them play better.
Well, it could do, yeah.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see us get back next season. I don't think we'd get him in January, but we might get him in January. Butterfield.
Jacob Butterfield.
Yeah, and I'd make him captain.
27.
We can't get him in January. I'd try and get him in close.
I was going to say, he's still only 27, isn't he?
He's obviously... It don't look like he's in Derby's plans. They shipped him out off loan to Wednesday, didn't they? I still think he's got... Well, how old is he? 27?
27 now, yeah.
3-year deal there. Paying proper wages. Give him captain's job. Like I said, what's Shackle then? Is Shackle 32 or that?
I know he's in his 30s, right, yeah. But, you know, still got it steady away. Look at John Terry. When he came, he had naught to do, did he? You know what I mean? If you've got players around him with pace, you know, like fullbacks which have got pace.
Strikers, obviously, we're looking at strikers.
Yeah, we definitely need. But could that come down to another factor, that we haven't got players to assist goals to set up for strikers? Well, because his crossing this season's been atrocious, hasn't it?
Set pieces has been terrible.
Yeah. It's been atrocious. Balls into the box have been awful.
Balls through for them, crap.
Yeah. So you can't always blame strikers for not scoring goals.
You're only as good as chances what people met for you, aren't you? Like, I mean, I know Bradshaw has missed somewhat. Winnow probably would have scored, but like Bradshaw scored somewhat. It's all ifs and buts, like, really, with that. your midfield is probably your most important part.
Yeah.
Apart from I'd say your goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to create for your forwards, and then they've got to help your defence out.
Yeah. Which, you look at our team, they ain't really one stand out, is there? In midfield.
Williams has been alright,
Williams has been alright, but he ain't the player to do that, is he? He's more a defensive-minded player, mostly, rather than attack. I know he scored that
Well, James won't want it like,
but James could drive forward, and he were good on ball stuck to him. Butterfield's your playmaker, isn't he? He's a bit similar to Urian.
I'd have him back, Butterfield, definitely.
Well, I don't think he's really done all with his career, has he, since he left Barnsley? A long list of players a long list of players who hadn't done out since they left Barnsley. God, you could count them on your hands and feet how many have left. And you know, I was actually looking the other day through my thing when Winnow went to Wednesday, and I commented on it, and I said, "Oh, it'll be shipped out on loan next season." Right, well, I knew that was going to happen with him. He's just coming back from injury though, still, isn't he? So he's been on bench a few times. I think he scored about 4.
Yeah, but he's starting though.
No. Whereas if it had been Wheels, this is the thing, innit? Like Urian's same. If there'd have been Wheels, first name on team sheet. Whereas when they go to these bigger clubs, they're not. They're like a little fish in a big pond, aren't they?
Of course they are.
Whereas
Urian's not starting all the time at Villa though.
That's what I mean. And I know he's done all right though, Urian. He's had a good run. I think only one I've seen starting week in week out is Scowen on QPR. He gets in all the time. His work rate though was phenomenal. Scowen.
Well, that's why he gets in, doesn't he? Like, you need somebody like that.
That is I think he's the main one who we haven't replaced. Hence why we've not been able to play with 2 up most of the games.
You're probably right with that. Definitely are. Every team needs somebody like him who's going to do all ugly things.
Yeah.
They go unnoticed sometimes, players like that.
Yeah.
But they make you tick, get your up front foot.
Well, I mean, I've said this to a few people, that I think that last season when we signed Moncur, I thought Moncur got left out outside last season because that midfield were playing so well that we couldn't get Moncur in. With I don't think Eke expected to keep Scowen in there all season. Personally, I thought that's why Moncur signed. That midfield were playing so well, and obviously January came, and again it were rubbish from there. Then wasn't it? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. Looking forward to see who we sign. Spending little. I mean, not daft money, but
not daft money. We don't ask for daft money. We never have.
A little bit extra than what we're paying at minute.
To compete.
Yeah.
That's all we want to do. Going up to the Premier League's not be all and end all. If it happens in the near future. That we just need to buy the better players
to help sustain
and
us.
Competing and not be looking over the shoulder and we start off, finish halfway, push on, keep doing it season on season. Not having to sell as best players. I mean, if somebody comes in with daft money, you're gonna.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs will.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have, like I've said, I wouldn't have sold Winnow last year. 500,000.
Yeah.
That would. Exactly. You might as well let him go. Let him go for now. And not sell him to Wednesday neither.
Well, that were bad. What we did there, that were bad. All round that, what happened there with that deal.
Yeah. So yeah, that's virtually all there is on that one, really. So, exciting future. Do you think then? You're looking forward to the future then?
I'm looking forward to January. I hope.
Well, how many would you take then in January? How many players? 3?
I think we need a new goalie.
You replace Davis?
Either replace him or a good number 2. But good number 2s are hard to come by because they want to play.
Yeah, they're not going to want to sit on bench, are they?
I think we need a centre half. And I think we need 1, maybe 2 centre midders. and I think we need 2 forwards. So you're looking at 5 or 6 there for me.
It's all available, isn't it? Always the available.
Well, if Butterfield's going back there on loan, back to Derby, I don't know
what. Is he on loan for season? Is it, or is it till January?
If it's till January, I'd be tempted to try and look at him, gain him in on loan.
Yeah.
Shackle on loan.
I'm going to say because Wednesday out.
James on loan.
Yeah. So more loanees then, yeah, more loanees.
Well, they're going to, because I don't think clubs will let them go, will they?
Nah, well.
Well, if clubs
depends if they gain a game, doesn't it? If they're not in plans, then they might do, depending on how much we offer.
It depends how much they'd want for.
But I mean, board might look at it and think and not want to spend out in January. They might want to wait till summer. You don't know. But like you said, I do agree. We do need some more players.
And forwards, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who's about.
I'm sure they'll find somebody out at heart.
I think Eki will know now who his targets are.
Yeah. Well,
but that might change if they're telling him he's got more to spend or more to offer on wages.
Yeah, that's what I've just said. So yeah, exciting future. Looking forward to it. If you guys know any targets for the Reds, anyone out there who we could potentially sign, put them in comments. Let us know. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Thanks, guys.